Sensitivity is a gift. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. Sensitivity is a gift. It is not an affliction. It is not something that you need to overcome, and you do not need extra protection around yourself because you are a sensitive being. Sensitive beings are often empaths. This means that you not only feel your own emotions very intensely, but you also feel the emotions of those around you and even of the collective. This is also not a weakness, but in fact a strength. When you are sensitive, you are aware. When you are aware, you can do something about what you are sensing. You are more likely to make informed decisions. You are more likely to know what it is that you are feeling, and you are more likely to have deep connections with other people. The challenging thing about being a sensitive and empathic person is that not everyone else is. And when others are not sensitive or even aware of what they are feeling, and you are around those individuals, you can feel overwhelmed. You can certainly feel overwhelmed by the collective energy of this planet. There's a lot going on here. There are a lot of people feeling a lot of things and a lot of people unaware of what they are feeling. So what can you do as a sensitive person to take care of yourself? The first thing you can do is to be honest with yourself about what it is that you are feeling. The next thing you can do is to honor yourself for what you are feeling and make decisions based upon those feelings. You can also put yourself in a place where you are tending to your energy with a great degree of effort, and when you do so, you are more likely to experience what it is you want to experience. When you are more sensitive to vibration and energy, and certainly emotion, you have an ability to offer it deliberately because you are tuned into the energies. And when you offer your vibration deliberately, you are then the conscious creator of your reality. When you feel very much like you are not the conscious creator of your reality, it just means that you have more processing to do. It means that you've signed up for more in this lifetime, and you're going to do that processing one way or another. If you face it and embrace it and let it move through you, then you can move on, and you can become the conscious creator being who has at his or her disposal an awareness of vibration and an ability to feel it and offer it that most people do not possess. Recreating the past. When you are capable of truly letting go of something from your past, you create space for something new, something better. Letting go often means redefining what it is that happened. Seeing it in a new light will help you to release what it is that you are holding on to. Perhaps you are holding on to the idea that you were victimized, or perhaps you're holding on to the idea that you hurt someone else. Either way, when you look at it as a co-creation, you shift internally. And that internal shift then gives you the space to bring forth something else, something markedly different. You are not here to create the same experiences over and over again, but that is what you do when you are unwilling to let go of that which has been, that which is of your past. You get to be the one who sheds more light on what it is that you've experienced, and that opens you up to receiving more light and more energy from the higher realms. We can bombard you with energy day and night, but if you are unwilling to let go of that which is holding you down, holding you in a lower frequency, you will not be able to recognize that which we and others are offering. What we really want you to recognize is that you created something in your past that was meant to serve you in some way. And until you see it that way, it cannot. You cannot receive the benefit of what you have created until you accept that you created it, and that you created it for a very specific reason. The reason is always that you have something to gain from that experience. Perhaps you need to release a trauma that is from a past life and has many of the same elements of what you experienced in your past in this life. Perhaps you wanted to fully understand what it is like to forgive. Perhaps you created the past experience to catapult you into something quite different. You need to decide that it serves you in some way to have had all the experiences that you've had. And when you do so, you can shift your energy and you can create something new. You can create something consciously and deliberately, something that you can easily see the benefit in experiencing. All aspects of you. When you are ready to explore your consciousness to the greatest extent that you possibly can, you are going to uncover a litany of aspects of who you are. You are almost ready to experience your whole selves and to become your whole selves. What blocks you from doing so is the fear that you will uncover something about yourself that you cannot reconcile, that you cannot forgive, and that you cannot love. To be a whole being means that you must accept all aspects of you, and that means uncovering the parts of you who are lingering around because they have not yet been forgiven, accepted, and loved. You hold the power to do this, and it's easier than you might think. When you see someone in the outside world doing something that you find abhorrent, and you can rest assured that there is an aspect of you that has done the exact same thing in another lifetime. So in order for you to move forward with the integration of all aspects of self, You must be able to forgive the person that you have become aware of and their actions, and it is not easy. You often determine your goodness by how you are capable of refraining from doing such things. That makes it easier to look down upon someone who is doing the thing or who has done the thing, and that would never do. But this is your mission. This is what it means to be unconditional love. This is what it means to be compassion in action. There must be something, some condition, some action that you find reprehensible in order for you to make the shift. We're not talking about the big shift here. We're talking about making the shift from judgment and condemnation to compassion and unconditional love. This is in essence what the big shift is all about. It is an opportunity for you to leave all the baggage behind, the baggage of the third dimension, the baggage that contains your judgments, your condemnation, whether they be of yourself or others. Recognize this, however. When you experience a judgment or a condemnation or both or someone else, you might as well be experiencing it in yourself, because you cannot become aware of something that you are not already in some way, shape, or form yourself. When we ask you to love yourselves, we are asking you to love all aspects of yourselves, and we know it is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Shifting begins within. You have the ability to look at everything in your life from a fresh and new perspective. You often want circumstance in your life to change, and you'll do whatever you can to make these changes happen. But how often do you shift your perspective on whatever the situation is that you want to change? You have ways of looking at things that are habitual. You have ways of looking at things that are learned. And you have ways of looking at things that are so automatic that they don't seem like they are a choice at all. But here is something that you can use to help you shift your perspective on any problematic situation in life. You can see the situation as that which you are using as the fuel to create your reality, as you would like it to be. You need to know and you need to experience that which you do not prefer for many reasons. Firstly, you came here to experience everything. Secondly, these experiences cause you to desire something else, something better. And finally, it is easier for you to actualize vibrationally that which you do want by experiencing the opposite end of that spectrum. Once you have the vibration of that which you do not want as a starting point, you can easily flip that around and experience the vibration of that which you do want. When you let go of your resistance to living that which you do not prefer, there is a bounce-back effect. You are allowing yourself to move in the direction that you ultimately want to go by simply letting go of your resistance to what is in your life and by letting go of your resistance to what is not in your life. Letting go of resistance is as easy as shifting your perspective, and shifting your perspective is as easy as reminding yourself that everything you experience here and now is meant to nudge you along on a journey. And in your journey of becoming who you really are, you get to create consciously and deliberately the most wonderful experience you can imagine. And it's all easier than you think because shifting your perspective takes very little effort. Source energy becomes you. When you are ready to admit to yourself that you are a creation and a creator, you will be ready to embrace all of that potential that is stored within you. When you look at yourselves as powerful creator beings, you hold a quiet confidence within you that enables you to go past where any individual has gone before. When you recognize that everything in this universe is building upon itself, then you will know that you are not here to repeat the same experiences over and over. You will see yourself as you truly are. You are the creation of Source, and you are the result of Source looking back upon itself. No creation will ever stop, and you will never stop becoming more of that which you have been created from. That means that when you are ready to admit that you are Source energy beings, you will also recognize that Source energy is not the finish line. You are not just returning home, returning to the place where you came from. You are the reason why Source energy becomes more of itself, knows more of itself, and extends more of itself out into the unknown. When you realize that the known reality and the known experiences are meant to be built upon and not repeated, then you will see everything in your life for what it is. Everything in your life is a catalyst. It is a starting point, and it is the fuel that you use to flame your desires into reality. We invite you to feel for the newness of every experience because we also invite you to acknowledge that every experience must be new when it is viewed through the eyes of the new Source energy. You have opportunities in front of you all day, every day, to recognize your own expansion. You have opportunities to know yourself more deeply as Source energy beings, and you are ready to put what you know to be true into practice. You are ready to feel into that which you are created from and that which you are creating with. and you are ready to expand beyond any limitation that could possibly be upon you at any time. Manifesting vibrations. When you have within you a very specific desire, you also have a very powerful tool. That tool you have is your ability to focus on that specific desire. Focus is a key component in creation, but when you give all your attention to one specific desire, your focus can narrow the possibilities. We would like to invite you to use your focus in a different way. Rather than focusing upon that specific desire of yours, we suggest that you focus upon the vibration that the desire itself represents to you. In other words, if you want to go on a vacation to a very specific place for a very specific amount of time, you could access the vibration of that experience. You could do so even though you've never been to that place. And we see you do this all the time. But accessing the vibration and holding the vibration are two very different things. When you start to think about the logistics of the vacation, you lose the vibration. Now instead, we recommend that you give all of your focus to the vibration of the vacation. You then can feel into more of the vacation than you can possibly imagine. You can feel into the unknown. And that gets you less specific about the actual desire and more specific about the vibration. And when you do this, and you let go of the thoughts about how you're going to get there and who's going to pay for it and so on, then you truly are on the right track. Your ability to focus on a vibration is a gift, and is also something that needs to be practiced. You are wonderful in your focus. You are very adept at focusing on a variety of things, but most of those things are in the physical. When we suggest that you focus on a vibration, we want you to realize that the vibration itself is a manifestation. When you can manifest a vibration with your focus and your intention, you have everything that you need. When you focus instead on one possible reality for you to experience, you are not exactly expanding your horizon. Give yourselves the treat of focusing on a particular vibration. See how good it feels. And know that by doing so, you are creating that reality that you want to experience. And that reality contains your specific desires and so much more. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you.